morning and welcome to your Tuesday. It's just for you. Look at how successful you are in life. You get a Tuesday.
Oh, it's funny. I didn't know where you're going with that one.
Well, I didn't either.
The rain is stopping. Did you know
is
this?
it?
Ooh, it's going to be sunny and 21 or something like that.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Boy, did it cool down last night.
Pokey poke.
I love it though.
Poke. You like the cool evenings are nice.
Cool evenings are good for sleeping, obviously, you know?
Yeah. Well, I wish that were true for me.
Yeah, you didn't sleep.
I had insomnia so badly last night. I don't think I slept a minute.
I can't imagine that.
Neither can I. How am I going to survive?
Right? By the end of this show, he'll be like,
yeah.
Just listening, listening to me drone.
And I got woken up by a text.
You did?
Yes. Chief Hugh Stevenson was supposed to be my guest this morning.
Yes.
He flies his own plane. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He does. He flies his own plane. And
City police chief.
And yes, and he had mechanical problems, and so he's not going to make it back to Sault Ste. Marie in time for my interview.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm glad he's safe, though.
He's going to come back on again. It's not really a timely interview. We're talking about, they have a new, there's a new relationship between the city police and medical, I believe. Yeah, so he was going to come on and talk a little bit about that. So we'll get him another day. Fly safe, Hugh.
Yes, be very, very careful. I want to say a huge thank you this morning to KC Security for supporting Mornings with Luann and Tim, because, you know, they're awesome.
And I'm still working on the jingle.
Yes, he is, but he's busy.
I did find some good rhymes for the word choice, though. Because their slogan is the choice.
Yes.
Thing. Yes. So I have some. We're working on some stuff.
Okay. Excellent. Now you're going to have to sponsor for another month while he's working on your jingle.
Exactly. Happy birthday, Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, is she still knitting scarves?
What was she knitting scarves for?
She was knitting them and selling them online.
Is that how she was making a living?
At one point. She was making a living another way at another point.
Come on. She, boy, oh boy, she's nothing compared to what's going on these days, I don't think, eh?
Oh, gosh. Right? Although,
hi, Monica. She got rigged. That was really unfair what happened to that.
You know what? I totally agree. You know what? Good or bad or wherever you are in the belief of what happened should be impeachable and all that other stuff, she got dinged. She got so rigged over the coals.
You know what I was kind of wishing? I was kind of wishing when I heard about the lady in the change room with Donald Trump who accused him.
Yes.
And she said she was wearing the same dress that she wore that day, or she said, I thought, I wonder if there's any DNA on it, like Monica Lewinsky had on the blue dress. Wasn't that? And I thought, is that where we're going with this? But we weren't, because that story just died on the wall like everything else about Trump.
Well, because
and the 16 women who accused him
exactly, because it's all fake news, of course. And you know what? She's just one of like a bazillion others. Speaking of the current occupant of the White House in the United States of America, why is it that he can, when he's talking about the squad, the 4 congresswomen that he has been accused of being racist against, telling them to go back to where they came from. Why is it that he can talk about how vile they are? For instance,
language, he says.
Right. For instance, there was one press conference that he answered a question, and he said, I can barely read it. It's just vile. It's horrible. These women hate our country. I can't stand the language they're using because they didn't use the P word, Mr. Occupant, who's on tape saying that. Like, seriously? He calls people losers, and you know what? You can't read the language.
Somebody said that there definitely is a tape in existence of him from The Apprentice using the N-word in regard to one of the guests who was not being chosen to be his apprentice, and that Mark Burnett, of course, who's friends with Donald Trump, and he's a real Republican, he's not releasing anything. But someone said if the contestant sued Trump,
it would come out,
saying that he's accusing him of not giving him the position of the apprentice based on race.
Ooh.
They could probably get the tape out that way if it does exist. And this person, that's an anonymous source from The Apprentice, said no, they definitely have tape of him saying the N-word. So,
you know what? Only in America can a reporter and a very wealthy businessman be taped saying derogatory, insanely archaic terms against women. One of those guys becomes the president. The other guy never works in television again.
Right? Yes.
Like, what happened there? How is that? What's wrong?
Life isn't fair. Ricky Martin is leading the protest in Puerto Rico. Did you see him?
Yeah. He's mad.
He's leading the entire... Have you seen the pictures of the streets?
Oh, they're horrible.
It's like 8,000 people. Like, it's massive. The protest in Puerto Rico because of the corruption and the scandal and all this stuff. So the governor, Ricardo Rossello, they unearthed some really, really offensive texts between himself and a bunch of his friends.
Yes, his advisors.
And advisors, homophobic jokes. They made light of Hurricane Maria casualties.
Don't we have a corpse to feed to the birds today?
To the
was one
cattle
of them.
or something like that, I think.
To the cattle?
Yeah. They also made jokes about, they made homophobic jokes about Ricky Martin. So anyway, Ricky's standing on top. There he is, Ricky. He was standing on top of this big truck leading the protest yesterday, I guess it was, with the huge pride flag.
Right on.
Waving his pride flag. So Ricky says, apparently the corruption was at $15.5 million in contracts that they gave to people that they knew that would benefit from it. So anyway, Ricky says, they mocked our dead, they mocked women, they mocked the LGBT community, they made fun of people with physical and mental disabilities, they made fun of obesity. It's enough. This cannot be.
Good for him.
Yeah, well, the governor's already said, okay, listen, you know what? I'm not perfect. I said some nasty things. Nothing I did was illegal, so I'm not going to resign. I promise I won't run again after the next election, but I'm going to fill out my term. Forgive me.
Please.
But he won't go away.
And just to add to that, interestingly, the current occupant of the White House, I returned to him.
Yes.
Actually commented on how much money was donated and where was that money used, because there are some people who still are in dire circumstances after that huge storm. So where'd the money go?
Okay, so I can get that he's pointing a finger at the governor, but he still got it in for the mayor of San Juan because she stood up to him and she accused him of all this stuff.
She's not scared of him.
But he says that she's still corrupt. I don't think there's any indication that she's ever been corrupt.
I don't believe so either. She just speaks out very firmly against him, and obviously that's why he says that.
You told me about the reconciliation between my friend Taylor Swift and my other friend Katy Perry.
Yes.
Two of my favorite singers.
He loves both of them so dearly.
So, they made up, right?
Yes. Taylor actually baked her a batch of cookies.
Yeah, well, guess what now happened? What now happened?
What now happened? There you. There you. Comment ça va?
Scooter Braun had a fundraiser for Kamala Harris at his house.
Yes.
Katy Perry went.
Oh, Katy, what are you doing?
She's risking her new truce with Taylor Swift by going to support. But it's I think it's more of a support for Kamala Harris than it is for
Well, you know what? And I would go
Braun.
anywhere to support Kamala Harris.
It's Kamala. I said Kamala. Did I?
Kamala
like Pamela.
Yeah.
But Kamala.
So I think she's an eloquent, brilliant woman.
Oh.
But Katy Perry, people are going to jump all over that, of course.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking about Taylor, or Tay-Tay's upset now?
Never mind, Tay-Tay's making, what was she, the highest paid, that we said? Highest paid entertainer on Forbes list?
Yep. She's doing
$47-something million in
doing
1 year. Yeah, she'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be good.
And was it something else? And happy Pride, Sault Ste. Marie. I'm wearing a little tie there.
Oh yes,
it is
happy
Pride. It is Pride Fest weekend, Sault Ste. Marie, and I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on in the Sault later on, as far as Pride Fest events and what's going on tomorrow too. I'm going to be gone for a couple days again.
Yes, you are. He comes back. He gives. He takes.
I take. I got a gig. So anyway, we'll be back with. We're going to replay a great video about that cabin at Pancake Bay that somebody I know rented already. We won't tell you when. She doesn't want you stalking her. But it's this amazing cabin that the kids from St. Mary's College built that's been installed at Pancake Bay. It's the first ever kind of project. And so watch the video, enjoy the interview, and we'll be back after this.
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game in Trywood Fire Oven Pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
Hi folks, hey listen, the SPCA's got something going. I think it's terrific. No hot pets, that's what it's called. You know what it's for? It's for dummies that leave their pets in the car. If you see this and you're walking by and you see a pet in a hot car roasting away, the windows up, you call the police or call the SPCA and they'll have somebody there quick. Don't let our pets die in the car. Get involved.
We're live on location. Morning with Luann and Tim. Good morning, Adriano Carota. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm great. Well, look where we are. Who can't be great?
This is fantastic. Beautiful day.
Beautiful. This is the final resting place for the cabin from St. Mary's College. You guys have seen this on the show. We talked about it. We did 2 installments on this cabin already. This is the final chapter. It's home to stay.
Yeah, we really appreciate the coverage because it's fascinating what the kids have done from ground to right at the very top of the roof.
Your role with the Catholic School Board, with the Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, is experiential learning. Can you explain a little bit about your role and what experiential learning means to students?
So this role became new last year. Okay. The government put it in to try to expand the amount of experiential learning, so hands-on, real-life experiences that the students can have outside of the classroom in the school day. And so this is sort of one of the best examples of it.
Right. But this is only one example. There are other areas of experiential learning in the arts as well, I would imagine. I know, like, for instance, I think with the public board, they did the pianos, painting the pianos downtown. That's part of their experiential learning. What other kinds of programs are included in experiential learning?
It ranges across the arts into health education as well.
Really?
Computers, all the way from grade kindergarten up to grade 12, actually. So there's a lot going on in experiential learning.
So, and obviously the kids benefit, we all know, we've talked about this on the show before when we talked about this cabin, about the trades and about we need tradespeople in this country to fill the jobs that aren't getting filled otherwise. This is something that a lot of the kids are actually getting hands-on experience. They're great for a resume, great for going on to post-secondary.
This is the best of a resume builder you can have. You're actually doing it. You're learning it. We've had a lot of professionals. Eugene Pagliaro's father, for example, the electricians involved in this, and they did an excellent job of teaching the kids and guiding them along.
Everything from having to read the blueprints to then having to... They didn't have to price stuff out on this, but I mean, they obviously had to get the supplies and see what the supplies involved. Then the actual building, the planning. Then moving this thing out here, how did that happen? Who made that happen?
Well, Ontario Parks took care of that with, I think it was AES Solar who did that. But if you have a chance to go around to the back and see the piers that they're sitting on, it must have been a really scientific project to get it on the actual piers.
Now, strangely enough, when we pulled up here, Adriano, there was a family that was taking a look, because this is an open house today, showing off this amazing structure and the interior, which is also gorgeous. We'll show you a little tour of that later on. But there was a family here that said, hey, this was the site where we always had our family gatherings. You'd have like 20 to 30 people in a powwow kind of sitting around here, for family reunions. This is a prime site, though. Like, I'm sitting here, we'll get the view, looking at Lake Superior from here. People are going to love that. And the lady who was here from the family said, this is the perfect spot for this. I mean, ideal, right?
It is. When we drove up, I didn't expect it to be on the elevation. And so the porch that we're sitting on here is just fantastic. And when you turn around, you see the beautiful view of the lake. It really is prime. And I think it really did a nice facelift to this lot.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a good size inside. What's the square footage in there?
I believe it's around 500 square feet.
Yeah. So, and comfortably we sleep 2, 4, I would say 6 people.
Easily 6 people for sure. And it's got a beautiful closed-in porch, so if the flies get in your way, you could just head in there and enjoy the evening and the sunset.
We were talking, when we said, it's so funny, it looks so different here from when it looked at St. Mary's when they were building it. When you put it in this surroundings, it's glorious, right?
I think the people who designed it and thought of the structures around it, it really suits the area. The dark soffit and fascia as well. It's just perfect.
All those final touches. So now the kids right now, unfortunate not unfortunate they're in exams. Good for them because a lot of them are actually finishing up their last year. A lot of you had everybody from grade 9 through grade 12 involved in this in one way or the other, right?
That's right. Yeah, correct. So we're hoping that being so close to our community, they'll be able to at some point get out here and really experience it.
I know that Eugene, the teacher who was in charge of this whole thing, he was saying that maybe they'd like to try to get the kids together somehow, get them out here for some sort of a celebration at some point as well. But they are in school right now, so they taking exams. They can't be here for the open house. I haven't been here. You've been here since this morning. Have you had some people stopping by?
Yeah, we've had quite a few families stopping by and really impressed, especially when you mentioned that students built it.
Yeah.
And that was a proud moment for them as well to realize that you're allowing students to really go through that experiential learning process and get to learn by doing.
Do you think there'll be any kind of signage, or will the park let people know about this project? Because this was an original. This was the first time ever. Am I right about that?
First time a high school is completed in Ontario Parks Cabin. I believe they have an order in place for a sign kind of documenting the partnership we had. Ontario Parks has been fantastic throughout this. So it's been a great partnership, and we're hoping to continue it into the future.
Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for inviting us here. Eugene, thank you so much. He's off camera right now. He doesn't want to come on camera. He's very shy. He's very modest. But I want to thank you very much for including us in all of this. It's been a real pleasure watching this happen. And the kids, the young men and ladies have done an amazing job on this. You all should be very proud. And I would rent this in a heartbeat. I'm going to talk to the Parks Canada guys and find out what kind of rates we're looking at here. And also just about the length of stays and how we rent this and how we find out more. But congratulations, Adriano.
Thank you very much.
Experiential learning here on Superior Catholic District School Board. And again, thanks to Eugene Pagliaro. Did I say that right? Yeah, okay. He was the teacher who was the driving force behind all this, the inspiration for the kids. They all said that Eugene and his dad were like the reason that they wanted to work so hard,
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
They loved it. They did a great job. The Pagliaros did a great job. Eugene was a great mentor to the students.
Yeah, and great support from the board as well, and from St. Mary's College. So let's talk to some of those folks from Parks Canada, see what they think about this whole thing.
You can have dogs here on leash, and then next year.
Joining me now, I think once again, did I speak to you, Kendra, on site at St. Mary's College the day that we were there?
Yes, we did talk.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
So, this turned out even more grand than I anticipated. This is stunning, am I right?
Yeah, it's beyond my expectations.
Yours too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now, the experience of partnering with a high school, tell me a little bit about Ontario Parks, what you've done in the past, and how this is different.
So Ontario Parks has entered into similar partnerships throughout the province, but this is the very first time that Ontario Parks has entered into a partnership with a high school with a high skilled trades. Yeah. And this is a great partnership. It's very feasible, and it's going to give us an enhanced experience for our park visitors.
Now, so obviously, this sounds like something that you would look into again in the future, another partnership with a high school and maybe even St. Mary's College again, you think?
Most definitely. We would love to explore other future projects with them.
I was speaking with the gentleman, some of the guys outside from the school board, saying, what would it cost, like Eugene, because his father's in construction, he knows. I said, what would a building like this cost? He said, about $125,000 through a contractor. This was substantially less going through the students and with the school, so that was good bang for your buck, right?
Yeah, it was very feasible for us to enter into this partnership, and that's definitely why we want to explore other partnerships with them.
Now, speaking of prices, can I ask you, how much would I pay if I wanted to rent this for a night?
So, per night is $125, but it has a 2-night minimum.
That's it? I can get this place for $250 for 2 nights?
Not for 2 nights, $125 per night, but it's a 2-night minimum.
Oh, so I have to stay at least 2 nights?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and $125 a night, minimum 2 nights?
Yes, that's correct.
But there's propane heat for the fireplace, so if I get chilly, I can have a fire at night inside.
Yeah, we offer propane heat, and we also offer a mini fridge, a microwave, a kettle, a coffee maker. We have a barbecue outside.
Propane barbecue hooked up to the propane.
Exactly, so it's very easy. You don't have to call the park warden to bring over a propane tank. You shouldn't run out.
No.
And also, we have electrical also in our sunroom, so you can add a little heater in there if it's a fall cold night, or to play your music.
And you've also got a ceiling fan to keep you cool, and you've got beautiful pot lights. It's a very, I would say it's a private location.
Yeah, very private. That's why we selected it. It's the location is very key. We are actually on Lake Superior, and it's the second cabin ever in Ontario Parks to be on Lake Superior.
No kid. The view is incredible. We're looking right onto the lake from the front, from here, from the sun porch and from the front deck, and you can just walk across the little road and you're on the beach.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is Pancake Bay Provincial Park. Mm-hmm. And for more information, hey, how do we get a hold of you? Do you have a website for the park?
Yeah, so you can check us out on ontarioparks.com and just find us as the Pancake Bay link, or you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Kendra, thanks again for your time, and thanks for hosting us here at Pancake Bay. I feel like the luckiest guy alive. I get to come out here for my work day today, so you must love it too.
I feel like the luckiest girl being able to work here.
We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim after this.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide. The average Canadian will spend their last 10 years in sickness. Change your future at makehealthlast.ca.
I was watching that.
Oh, going to the sky.
I was like, here's Queen Street. Oh, we're going to the sky now. I like those shots. Michael does a nice job on gathering those from around town.
Mr. Michael.
Pride Fest, as I mentioned, going on right now this week, 8 days of Pride Fest. Tonight, it's an open mic night at Dryer Fire, 128 Bruce Street from 6 to 10 p.m. Spoken word, song, whatever you want to do. The mic is there.
Dryer Fire. You talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, they're the Dryer Fire. Remember when we still had the Norgoma? They were really responsible for bringing a lot of the stuff on the Norgoma. They would do like the
like performances and stuff.
Performances, but also things like bring something, like drop something off, come in like a free market,
right.
Or the late night market, or the food market for people who didn't have a lot of money and stuff. They're really, really socially into Dryer Fire. Yeah, so that's tonight, 6 to 10, and also 7 to 9:30. It's a really cool workshop with Bets McKenzie, who's this very dynamic woman. She is a counselor. She's a trained counselor, a relationship counselor, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, Betts is running a workshop from 7 to 9:30 at the Y, supporting the LGBTQ2 spirited and intersex community. So there you go, 7 to 9:30.
Awesome.
Tomorrow's a fun night, all ages. Thanks to Stephen Alexander at Lop Lops for hosting a pride
talk
event.
about a good corporate partner. He's
All
involved
ages
in everything.
karaoke at Lop Lops, hosted by Ellie McWaters from. I guess I don't have a time on that, but I would imagine it's probably 8 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
So, but it's all ages. It's probably earlier.
Oh, could be.
Check the Pride Fest face page. There's a Pride Fest Facebook page, and you can get all the information. There you go.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Hey, remember Alex Trebek? We were talking about his health.
How is he doing now? Is there an update?
He still says that his tumors have shrunk 50%, which is awesome. But he celebrated his 79th birthday.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
He doesn't look 79.
He sure
Alex
doesn't.
Trebek?
Apparently, he's admitted that he's wearing a wig now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you know what? It's an awesome wig.
Really?
You know how sometimes you can tell that's a divot. Like I don't know, honey, that's a rug. You can't fool me. That big thing, or it's showing.
You see somebody with a toupee, you got, ooh, put an end table on that rug. That's not nice.
That's not nice at all.
It's funny.
But happy birthday to Alex.
Happy
Trebek,
birthday,
because I know that
Alex.
he's watching.
Dan Rather's getting up there in years too, and is he getting crotchety now or what?
Well, he was on a panel, and I forget what the story was, but he's getting up there.
He's gone public talking about the fact that he thinks that they should release the cause of death info for Tyler Skaggs. Tyler Skaggs is the 27-year-old baseball player, I think Los Angeles, right? Who died really suddenly in a hotel room.
26 or something.
27 years old. Rumors, of course. And Dan Rather says, we deserve to know. We have the right to know. Well, he says, if the family doesn't want the information out there, but what do you think? I think
you know what?
I don't think just because somebody is a public figure doesn't mean we're entitled to know everything about their lives.
That's how I feel.
Even
you know
in
what?
death.
It's up to the family to say, okay, you know what? Whatever happened, we don't want to talk about it. We're not sensationalizing his death. We're not. I would personally feel like I don't need to answer these questions, because if I worked at Mike Smart, nobody would be asking me those questions. Do you know what I mean? So it's not appropriate. It's none of your business. Dan, stay retired, honey. It doesn't matter. Move on. There's bigger things happening.
60 minutes will go by, Dan, and life will carry on.
Yes, absolutely.
What about don't go to Costa Rica and drink?
Why?
There's been extra methanol was put in they recalled 30,000 bottles of alcohol.
What?
19 people died.
Oh my God.
In 5 weeks. in Costa Rica because of methanol poisoning.
Is that when people were dying, like the couple died? And
I don't know, that was Dominican. That was different.
Different place.
But that was a lot of that was alcohol alcohol. I don't know about the couple though, but there's been some alcohol abuse. But no.
Holy moly.
Because people sometimes, bootleggers will use
Fill it
methanol,
up instead of using water like we used to do when we stole from our parents. Tim, I never did that ever. I was afraid.
Once. Okay, so listen, you have the news coming up.
I do.
And then we have Michelle Cicchini coming to join us from the Station Mall. There's all kinds of stuff going on at the mall.
Oh,
it's pretty
so
exciting.
exciting.
So stay with us, please. We'll be right back with the news with her and me.
coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. Alive! He's alive!
Bachelor and the Bachelorette. For instance, the Bachelorette contestant Mike Johnson says that he would love to take Demi Lovato out on a date. I guess he was one of the ones who got a rose, and she's been watching the show. So on social media, she's actually said, "I'll give you a rose. Come and take me out." And
really?
So I guess when he was asked about it, he said, "I'd take her out."
Well,
yeah.
What would happen? I wonder. Would they ever actually? Is that the guy?
That's him.
And he'd take Demi Lovato out?
Yeah.
Wait, is she?
She thinks he's just
Didn't
gorgeous.
Demi Lovato just get out of rehab?
Not just, but yes.
Okay, well,
I don't know. Was it rehab or? Yeah, it was rehab.
I think so.
Yeah.
So,
but she's doing awesome now.
Just take her for coffee.
Looking. don't give her any wine.
No.
Ixnay on wine.
Winehouse. Amy Winehouse died on this date.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, it just made me think of that.
Oh, that's so sad.
Sorry to bring you down.
There I was.
Tell me about the Bachelor thing.
So the Bachelor franchise has announced that they are going to reveal their first same-sex relationship in Bachelor in Paradise. That's in a trailer.
Wait, they had a same-sex relationship in a trailer?
No. The trailer for the show. The trailer for the show. There's a shot of two of the women, two of the contestants, kissing.
You know, because you know that they had to go women first. If they're gonna
Why?
Because people will tune in to watch two women kiss.
That's because men are.
But men won't tune in to watch two men kiss.
No, they won't. But I don't know how many men are watching The Bachelor and Bachelorette to start with.
The Bachelorette, probably men.
Yeah?
Oh, no, wait. Would they watch The Bachelor? Which one has the most girls on it? That's what men would watch. I don't know. Do men even watch those shows? Why?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Does anybody watch? Who watches those shows?
Yeah, I don't.
Neither do I.
We talk about them a lot because they're in the news.
So wait, this is The Bachelor?
Bachelor in Paradise.
Okay, so The Bachelor in Paradise, here's what happens to the guy. He's on an island with all these girls, and then suddenly, two of them are making out.
Yes.
So
other men at home are going, oh, I want to see that. Two girls
and then
making out.
What about the guy on the island? He's like, I want to choose her because we could have some fun together.
Well, and one of them claims that she's always indicated that she's bisexual.
Bisexual? Okay.
Yeah. So little twists.
Bisexuals get bad raps, I think.
Why?
Well, a lot of people who are gay would say, "Oh, you're just not committing."
You know what? As a hetero, I say the same thing.
Just make up your mind.
You know what? It's too.
How come you can have the best of both worlds?
Yeah, you know what? Come on.
We always for a gay person, it's always like, well, that person's just saying they're bisexual because they don't want to come all the way out of the closet. It's just safer to be
right?
That was more in the.
I often wonder.
That was more in the olden days before being gay was okay.
Because it is now.
It's super cool.
It's super I just want to be like you.
Roseanne Barr is still bitter.
No.
A year later,
she's hard to believe.
She's still blaming Sarah Gilbert for her. She destroyed my life. She ruined the show.
Sarah Gilbert?
All Sarah Gilbert says, but she thought that it was abhorrent what Roseanne Barr said about Valerie Jarrett.
And it was.
And what did she say? I forget now.
She just talked about how.
Was it a race thing? It was a race thing, wasn't it?
She made it.
Was it an ape comment?
Like a monkey comment.
Yeah, I think
something.
so.
Yeah.
So anyway, she blames Sarah Gilbert for her demise.
Blame no one but yourself, honey. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, look, we don't blame anybody else for where we ended up. Okay, what's next? Michelle Cicchini. She's always a fun interview. She's got lots of energy and lots of cool news about them all. We'll be right back after this.
Housed in a 15,000 square foot custom manufacturing facility built to produce world-class cabinetry at surprisingly affordable prices, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry brings your project from initial concept to final design. Proudly providing Northern Michigan and the Algoma region with quality hand-built cabinetry for the past 20 years. Located at 844 East 3 Mile Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry, making your cabinetry dreams come true.
GFL Environmental Holdings has filed for an initial public offering in Canada and also plans to go public in the U.S. The Vaughan, Ontario-based company filed a preliminary prospectus dated Friday, July 19th that says it applied to list subordinate voting shares on the Toronto Stock Exchange and will apply to do so at a yet-to-be-announced American exchange. The waste removal company will be listed under the symbol GFL on both exchanges. The price for shares has not yet been made public. GFL operates in Canada and 23 U.S. states and had more than 9,500 employees by the end of its 2018 financial year, and of course is the sponsor of the GFL Memorial Gardens here in Sault Ste. Marie. City police want to advise you of an increase in counterfeit bills and fraudulent activity online. The bills have been constructed using a forged $50 portion of the bill and the transparent hologram portion from a Canadian $5 bill. The hologram portion has been taped to the fake $50 bill and is noticeable if you look closely. Officials encourage everyone to inspect all bills thoroughly before accepting them. Officers with the Services Fraud Unit have also received a number of complaints from people looking for part-time work online. The complainants say they apply for work and then receive a check in their name. They are instructed to deposit the check, keep a portion of the money, and send the rest to someone via Western Union or through Bitcoin. Later, the complainants have been contacted by their financial institution, notifying them the checks were fraudulent. The police service urges people not to cash checks they receive in the mail from unknown individuals or businesses. When receiving a check compensating you for work, you will not be told to send a portion of the funds to another party. Indigenous Services Minister Seamus O'Regan said yesterday that the federal government is committing more assistance for a Northern Ontario reserve facing challenges with its water supply, adding that more medical officials will be visiting Attawapiskat First Nation this week. O'Regan, who paid a visit to the community himself on Sunday, said in an interview the officials will meet with parents and families to discuss their concerns about chemicals in their water and to ensure children get the attention that they need. Earlier this month, Attawapiskat declared a state of emergency due to concerns about disinfection byproducts in its water. O'Regan said that government technicians will go to Attawapiskat today to take a look at the water system, adding there is a $1.5 million plan for immediate repairs to the existing treatment plant. His office has also said clean drinking water is available from a second system. The sound of church bells echoed through Toronto's Greektown last night after the names of victims of a shooting rampage were read aloud during a vigil marking the first anniversary of the tragedy. Community members held a moment of silence during the vigil, which began at sunset as light rain fell on a very busy stretch of Danforth Avenue, where the shooting left 2 people dead and 13 others injured. 18-year-old Reese Fallon and 10-year-old Juliana Causes were killed in the shooting, and their names were read at a parquet where Fallon was with a group of friends celebrating a birthday when the shots rang out. The lone gunman went on a shooting rampage before killing himself. Police have said the motive for the attack is not known still, but the gunman, Faisal Hussein, had a long history of mental health issues. Fallon's sister Quinn placed photos of Reese on a tree in the parquet. She looked at the photos of her sister and hugged her friends, some of whom wore shirts that said, "Protect kids, not guns." 2 Louisiana police officers have been fired over a Facebook post calling U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez a vile idiot and suggesting that she be shot.
The investigation was conducted. The officer did fully cooperate with the investigation, gave a statement, and was terminated earlier today from the Gretna Police Department. Along with that, and in part of the investigation, and our internal affairs found that a second officer was involved and liked the post, and that officer as well has been terminated from the Gretna Police Department.
I'm doing whatever it takes, stopping at nothing, I'm up in your face, shaking it off, no matter the cost, I'm feeling the wind, I'm taking it all, I'm paving the way with the sweat and the blood, I'm at the top, rising above, I want the gold, give me the rush, Queen Midas, I got the touch. I'm pushing, 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 I'm pushing.
GFL Environmental Holdings has filed for an initial public offering in Canada and also plans to go public in the U.S. The Vaughan, Ontario-based company filed a preliminary prospectus dated Friday, July 19th that says it applied to list subordinate voting shares on the Toronto Stock Exchange and will apply to do so at a yet-to-be-announced American exchange. The waste removal company will be listed under the symbol GFL on both exchanges. The price for shares has not yet been made public. GFL operates in Canada and 23 U.S. states and had more than 9,500 employees by the end of its 2018 financial year, and of course is the sponsor of the GFL Memorial Gardens here in Sault Ste. Marie. City Police want to advise you of an increase in counterfeit bills and fraudulent activity online. The bills have been constructed using a forged $50 portion of the bill and the transparent hologram portion from a Canadian $5 bill. The hologram portion has been taped to the fake $50 bill and is noticeable if you look closely. Officials encourage everyone to inspect all bills thoroughly before accepting them. Officers with the Services Fraud Unit have also received a number of complaints from people looking for part-time work online. The complainants say they apply for work and then receive a check in their name. They are instructed to deposit the check, keep a portion of the money, and send the rest to someone via Western Union or through Bitcoin. Later, the complainants have been contacted by their financial institution, notifying them the checks were fraudulent. The police service urges people not to cash checks they receive in the mail from unknown individuals or businesses. When receiving a check compensating you for work, you will not be told to send a portion of the funds to another party. Indigenous Services Minister Seamus O'Regan said yesterday that the federal government is committing more assistance for a Northern Ontario reserve facing challenges with its water supply, adding that more medical officials will be visiting Attawapiskat First Nation this week. O'Regan, who paid a visit to the community himself on Sunday, said in an interview the officials will meet with parents and families to discuss their concerns about chemicals in their water and to ensure children get get the attention that they need. Earlier this month, Attawapiskat declared a state of emergency due to concerns about disinfection byproducts in its water. O'Regan said that government technicians will go to Attawapiskat today to take a look at the water system, adding there is a $1.5 million plan for immediate repairs to the existing treatment plant. His office has also said clean drinking water is available from a second system. The sound of church bells echoed through Toronto's Greektown last night after the names of victims of a shooting rampage were read aloud during a vigil marking the first anniversary of the tragedy. Community members held a moment of silence during the vigil, which began at sunset as light rain fell on a very busy stretch of Danforth Avenue, where the shooting left 2 people dead and 13 others injured. 18-year-old Reese Fallon and 10-year-old Juliana Causas were killed in the shooting, and their names were read at a parquet where Fallon was with a group of friends celebrating a birthday when the shots rang out. The lone gunman went on a shooting rampage before killing himself. Police have said the motive for the attack is not known still, but the gunman, Faisal Hussein, had a long history of mental health issues. Fallon's sister Quinn placed photos of Reese on a tree in the parquet. She looked at the photos of her sister and hugged her friends, some of whom wore shirts that said, "Protect kids, not guns."
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim and my friend Michelle Cecchini. Hello.
Hi there.
It's always so nice to have you on the show.
Nice to be here.
You're like a little ray of sunshine. And I'm just glittering. You're sparkling all over the place today.
Thank you.
Michelle, you got a lot of news for us.
I do. I'm so excited.
Okay, tell me first of all what I can do at the mall now that I couldn't do before.
Ooh, we have free Wi-Fi. Yay!
That is so great.
It is. People get to stay connected to the outside world and continue to shop and
well, you know what?
Have that freedom.
You know what else, Michelle? Is the food court. I like to be able to sit when I'm at the food court. I like to be able to sit and either check my emails or do my Twitter, whatever. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, they put ports along throughout the whole mall.
Brilliant. Free Wi-Fi at the mall.
Yay!
That's really.
And we have a brand new website.
Okay, she took me to it. We went. You went for a little stroll.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is impressive. Very colorful, great photos.
Yes.
You even took some of yourself.
I did too.
But what I love are all the deals and stuff.
There's some hot deals.
Michael brought. Oh, hey, here's a picture of it.
Yes. Hashtag pull into the station.
Pull into the station. So yeah, you can look at free this, free that, and you can click on the deals section. It takes you right to all the different deals going on in the stores. Coupons.
Yes.
This is another reason, Michelle, why it's great that you have free Wi-Fi in the mall. Yes. Because I can go to your website while I'm in the mall and see what's going on.
That's right.
You also have included community events on your website.
We try as much as possible. We try to
what's going on around the city.
Well, yes, we like to give away our community space at the courts. Mm-hmm. You know, Center Court, East Court, Dennis Street Court. We try to do that with our community not-for-profits. And while they're doing something, we put it up on our website and our marquee as well.
Can I tell you, for instance, when the Comedy Guild held auditions for different shows, I mean, we did Anna Green Gables, we had the auditions in the mall. Several have we done there. The mall and the staff are it doesn't cost us anything.
No.
Because we're not for profit.
No.
They put a stage up for us. Mm-hmm. You guys help us with sound equipment.
Yep.
You set chairs up. You do barriers. You do everything all out of community spirit and support.
We try to think of ourselves as being a venue.
Yeah, truly.
To host things that people can come. the place where everything is happening.
What are you hosting this weekend? Because I know there's something going on for kids, isn't there?
Yes, our superhero party for kids.
Right?
It's
Superhero party for kids. Is this Saturday?
It is. Princesses Are Us is a company in town, local.
Yeah.
And she's coming in with, she's coming in with Supergirl.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's coming in with Wonder Woman, and she's coming in with Captain America and Spider-Man. Okay.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
see, a lot of those that you just mentioned are the Marvel comics here, superheroes,
That's
which are
right.
huge right
That's
now
right.
with Avengers Endgame and all that stuff. They're all over the place.
So the kids can do something like they can get autographs from their superheroes, pictures with their superheroes.
Yes.
We have balloon sword making.
Is this free?
It's all free.
Just bring your kids down to the mall and they get entertained and meet all these
mask coloring. You can create their own masks.
little PlayStations where they can do the artwork.
And the best thing of all, superhero training. And they get a certificate for being part of it.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? Do they run like a little super?
Yes. How to become a superhero. Yay!
I love this.
Yes. And the other thing that we have is perfectly painted faces is coming in and painting faces too. For those kids that don't have a superhero costume that they can wear. So now they can.
Are you encouraging kids then to
We want everybody to.
costume?
That's right. We want everybody to dress up. Have some fun.
Okay, so what time?
Oh, it's
Saturday.
well, where's the poster?
Where's the
poster? It's. I think it's
say on the
from 1
poster.
to. I think it's from 1 to 4. I believe
we'll
so.
bring the
I've got
poster
a lot
up
of
and we'll
events
see.
going on. I'm already starting to plan August and back to
Okay.
school. So,
Well, they can just check the new website.
yes, they could. It's
Which
right
is?
there. www.thestationmall.com
www.thestationmall.com
/events.
/events. But you know what? If you just go to the website, you can go to the events heading and it'll show you all the things going on.
I also have it pinned at the top of the Facebook page, so you just gotta at thestationmall.com.
Right.
Yes.
If I bring my child,
Yes.
and my child is doing all this fun stuff, do I have a chance to run away, or do I need to stay with my kid?
You have to stay in close proximity.
Darn it.
You can't. We're not a babysitting service, Tim.
All right.
Sorry.
I guess that's what I was getting at, Michelle, and that
no.
wouldn't be fair.
I wish, because then you would have to have. That's a whole
Insurance.
liability
Oh my
insurance,
gosh.
as well as you have to have ECE people there. No, Prince.
They're not a babysitting service, people, so you come and have a great time with your
right.
child.
That's right.
And that's part of the fun, too, is being there with your kid to see the reactions.
It is. And we try to.
And also to hold them in case they get scared of somebody.
Well, you know what? We
Happens sometimes.
don't want people to get scared. We get people getting scared at Santa Clauses and Easter bunnies and stuff like that.
Well, to be honest, the Easter bunny does scare me a little bit.
It's got a big head.
I know. If I can't actually see a face, I get a little nervous.
Yeah. So the other
Mr. Bond, too, to be honest, he actually sometimes I get a little. Keep your distance. I don't know who's in there.
The other thing that we have to keep mindful of too is in August we have Safari Jeff coming back with a brand new show.
If you didn't see him last year, and I got to interview him, you set that up for me.
This is a brand new show.
Brand new?
Brand new show.
It can't be better because that show is amazing.
It is much better.
This guy travels across the country like with things like reptiles and all kinds of stuff, and his show is really well put together. It goes by so quickly, and it's educational and entertaining.
It is.
And that's in August?
It is in August.
Okay, so we got
we'll come back for that one though.
Yeah, oh yeah, please do. Please do. So summertime in the mall. Do you find that do people come to the mall from any of the boats? Do you get any of the boat tourists coming to the mall?
We do actually. So our brochures and everything have gone to tourism, and as they get off the boat, they get
so close.
They get a little they get their little things, but they're also doing at the Bondar. They're doing
They're doing the merchants, vendors.
That's right. And I'm just working with the Downtown Merchants Association on having some of our merchants down there that want to be.
Because they're doing that.
Yes.
They're actually, yes, you can actually be, it could be like a pop-up store.
It is
right?
a little pop-up store with their little table and the whole bit. They can sell their wares.
Now, that's something that I saw. I was in another city recently, and I'd never seen anything like this. And Keith was with me. He said, no, this is something pretty new. And I'm wondering if we'll ever get one in the mall. It happened to be for a kitchen store.
Okay.
And there was no salesperson.
No.
It was like a self-serve storefront where you could just go in and you could look at all the cabinetry, and it had flyers, and then there was business cards, and you would just contact the person who actually ran the business. But it was an entire kitchen was set up there.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And it showed you all. I mean, you literally could see every kind of cabinetry you could get. That's a neat idea for a store.
That.
Just a little. They call them pop-up stores, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah. So you could do the same sort of thing down at the the pavilion.
Yeah,
and say,
definitely.
Or just bring merchandise down.
Yes, and I think that's what a couple of them are doing. I'm just working out and fine-tuning some of the details because the cruise ships come right up until October. So
right, okay, so much going on. Okay, so free Wi-Fi. This children's event this Saturday. We'll check out the time. You know what? When Luann and I come back to say goodbye, I will have the time for the audience.
Yeah, I believe it's 1 to 4, but
that's okay. We'll get that. And then also in August we've got the
Safari Jeff
coming back.
Yes,
Michelle,
and we're doing a big back-to-school promotion, so stay tuned for that too. We'll talk about that when I come back for Safari Jeff.
I can't wait till you come back.
I can't wait either.
Enjoy the rest of your July.
Thank you.
We'll
You
see
too.
you in August.
Enjoy Pride Fest.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, that reminds me. Michelle asked whether or not she said Pride Fest. Can anybody go to these things? I was like, yes. She said, it's okay if you're not gay. It's like, yes, absolutely. So you're going to join us for the lady in the Key of Face, the Lady Anya Face show at the Canadian on Saturday night. You're going to come in your first drag show ever?
First one.
We'll see you there.
Okay,
and we'll see you right after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
I think that Michelle needs to find an energy source. She's a little low-key, I find. I
couldn't get out from behind the desk to go look it up. So look, you're watching us on TV. Go to Sue Online, go to Community Calendar, and look up when the event is, and you'll find out when to go to the mall. But as Michelle said, she thinks it's 1 to 4. But you can get those information.
So many great things going on at the mall.
Oh, I know. Well, she said, you know what? There's a lot of rumors going on at the mall, and none of them are true. It's going strong.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to have.
And we're going strong into tomorrow. I won't be here, but Luann will be here with Alex. So tune in, and we'll see you. I'll be back on Friday.
Bye.